Hello friends, welcome back. This is Madan. In this video we are going to add a few extra checks to our product API controller and improve it. And in the previous video we implemented few of the REST standards into our product API controller, and in our previous example, so I forgot to mention one thing here. So whenever we create a new product, we return the created result with the location of the product and the product itself, but I forgot to mention show you the location of the created product. So let's see that. So in the post API, let's click on try it out, and then let's create a new product here, new product, and then click on execute. And then here we have seen that our new product has been returned back to the response body. And if you see the response header, then you can see the location here and location, and this gives us the location of the product/6. That means if we visit this URL, then we should get the created product. So if I click on this and then visit this URL, we should see that product, but right now if we do this, then we can't see the product because this is not the complete URL. And in this video we are also going to fix this issue. So let's head over to our API controller, and then let's add few extra checks and improve it. So in the get method or the get action, so we just return the list of the product that is coming from the database. But what if we don't get any product, or what if we get the response, null response from this method? And then we should put the criteria for this as well. So I'm going to put those result into the variable products products equal to, and then let's keep this, let's copy this and then keep it here. Now what we can do is we can put a check here. If products equal to null, then what we can return is we can return not found. So that means there is no resource in the server, otherwise we can send the data that we fetched from the database. So in the created product method, before we got the broken URL, now we are going to fix this broken URL. And for that, first of all, we're gonna need to implement the method that gets the product by its ID. So let's implement another method here, http get, and then public action result get, and then we're gonna need ID of the product to get it. And then since we require ID, we need to provide the route here, and that means we need to give the placeholder for the ID. And then now this ID comes here into this ID criteria, and then we've been able to fetch the product with that ID. So let's try, and then catch, my mistake, exception cx, and then return. We can return bad request here if we got an exception. So and then we can return the cause of the exception as well if we don't feel that this is a security risk. Now variable product equal to, we have our product repository, and then we can use the get method and then pass the ID here. Now similarly what we can do is we can put a check here. If product equal to null, then we can return not found result, and then otherwise we can return OK result with the product itself. Now in order to fix that broken URL, what we can do is we can use another method here. Instead of created, we have a created at action. Now I'm going to remove this all here. Now once the product has been created, we can get that product by using this method. If we pass ID to this method, then this gives us the product. So what we can do is we can pass that method here, name of get, and then this method has one parameter. Now we need to pass that parameter as a new anonymous object, ID equal to the ID of the product that has been created. So product dot ID, and instead of product.id we can do created product.id here, and then we are going to return the product itself. So product, that means if we do this, this will gives us the complete URL of the created product or the location of the created product. And whenever we create the product, we need to, according to the REST standard, we need to return the location of the product and the created product itself. So this is it for this method. And then here whenever we try to update the product, we first find product to update. Let's say variable product to update equal to, let's find it, this is just the check, and then what we can do is product repository dot, we have a method called get, and then we can get the product with the ID of this product here, and we can put a check here. Now if product to update equal to null, then we return not found result. Otherwise we update the product and return the updated product. Similarly, in case of delete also we can do is one variable pr product to delete equal to product repository dot get, and then we pass the ID here, and then if product to delete equal to null, then we return not found, otherwise we return no content, and if any exception occurs then we return bad request. And you can also pass the exception message here if you don't feel that as a security risk. So now let's check this product create product method first, and then see if we get the full location of the product or not once it has been created. So now let's check the post method and then try it out, and then str star works, and then let's click on execute, and then here we got the created product into our response body. And if you can see, we get the location here, and in the location we get the full URL, that is the base URL of our project, and then the API / product and the created product ID. So now if the consumer of the API with this URL, the consumer of the API should be get the created product. So if I copy this URL and then paste it here, then we should get that product itself. So this is it for in this video, friend, and we will be improving our API controller further in our future videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.